Hi guys, my name is Angel Hiron. I'm here at Big Tex Urban Farms, where we predominantly do a lot of leafy greens and hydroponic growing, but today we'll be walking you through how we do mushroom production. We've just started doing mushroom production as of last year, so I'm really excited to show you guys how this whole process works. When you're starting off with some type of mushroom production, you're always gonna wanna start with some type of grain, whether it be something like oat, something like rye, you can use bird seed. There are two ways that we sterilize grain here. We do it using mushroom bags, and also mushroom jars. Here, before we get started with making our bulk substrate or our substrate blocks, we need to fill the Thor dispenser with our substrate material, which is oak and soy hull. And then this is your soy. So this is a byproduct of the soy companies. Put it here. There are little doors here that open up. I've calculated to see how much time I want these slide doors to open and how much I want the water to come out. 2 pounds of each substrate can go into this, as well as 6 pounds of water. The easiest thing to do is open one of these mushroom unicorn bags. You want to put it under this, and then you want to hold it kind of tight. It's going to push water pretty hard, and it's going to dispense everything all at once. And then once I feel it's done, I'll bring it down, and then in a matter of about 10 or so minutes, this will fully hydrate, and it will become this nice, thick, dense block of hydrated soy and oak. And now this block is ready to be taken to the atmospheric sterilizer and put to cook for 18-20 hours, and then it'll become this block. A little darker in color, vacuum sealed, and completely sterilized. So after the blocks have been sterilized, they get brought over here into this rack. This rack kind of keeps them in the cooling state, where they'll sit for about 2-3 days. Once they feel cool enough, we'll bring them into here. So before you do any mushroom work, you definitely want to clean your space. You want to clean it using some kind of isopropyl or some kind of disinfectant. Wipe our grain bag. Wipe it nice and well. I'm going to break this apart. Every piece of grain is an inoculation point. So wherever that grain hits and that substrate, that fungus is going to start taking off. Making sure everything's clean. So then we'll open this bag up. And during this process, I like to work a little quick, just because again, the quicker you move, the less chances of contamination. So I'll add about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of spawn. I'm gonna go ahead and seal it. Cool. We have our grain, we have our substrate. Now we have to mix this. So you can kind of shake it around, take away any clumps that might be in there. The best way for me to do this is just kind of roll it from corner to corner, kind of get most of that grain to separate as easily and as evenly as possible. So, and we just inoculated with blue oyster. So now that I have this fully inoculated, sealed, now it's ready to go into colonization. What I'm gonna do is just put it on this shelf right here, right? But as you can already tell from last week, those little grain, those inoculation points are now taking off. So you have little colonized mycelium just colonizing this block. And then once you get a nice full white mycelium taking over this block, you can take this air out, fold it over, and throw it into the fruiting chamber. All right guys, we're back here at Big Tex Urban Farms after about a month of waiting. As you can see, these blocks have been colonizing really well. We now have blocks ready to fruit. Here next, we'll be showing you how we do that and how we put these blocks into our fruiting chambers. I'll show you quickly how we prep our bags after they're done colonizing. So you can already see little fruit bodies starting to form here. So what we want to do is take the air out of this bag. So what I'm going to do, spray my hands, wipe them clean, make sure everything is sterile. And then what I'm gonna do is make a little incision to just allow air to come out. Then I'm gonna squeeze this bag, folding it over, getting as much air as I can out. I'm gonna fold it over, tape it back. Spray with a little bit of ISO, wipe it down just to clean the surface. Now I'm gonna make a 4 to 6 incision. So now I've exposed part of this bag to air. So at this point, what we're gonna do is open our tent where humidity and climate is perfect for growing mushrooms. We have a couple mushrooms already growing in there. And as you can see, the humidity system just kicked on because as we opened this chamber, air started flowing out, humidity dropped. So as that did, it wants to pump more humidity in. So go ahead and put this block just right up here where there's a little bit of space. And in about a week, you'll start seeing mushrooms like this. Within 1 or 2 days, they're gonna be a nice, big, fat clump of mushrooms that you'll be able to harvest and just pick and eat. And as you can see, we have these blue oysters. They're going on their second flush, so it's not a huge mass, but it is a small cluster of mushrooms that we'll harvest. All you really do is just grab it at the base, move it back and forth, and they'll just kind of break off from the base, from the block. Our main partners that these mushrooms get donated to are 4 Down, Jubilee, Oak Cliff Veggie Project, and as we keep growing, we'll keep delivering and donating these beautiful mushrooms to whomever is willing to use them for the benefit of the community. Thank you for coming and seeing how mushroom production is done at Big Tex Urban Farms. Come visit us at the State Fair this year. We'll have a lot of cool mushroom stuff as well as hydroponic stuff here to do and show you at Big Tex Urban Farms. We'll see you at the fair.